What happens when a chart-topping superstar, someone who sang about being locked up, finds himself on the other side of the bars he once rapped about? Tonight, we're peeling back the layers of Akon's fall, the sudden arrest, the blurred past, and the man behind the hits. Stay with me, because this isn't just a celebrity story. It's a cautionary tale. You know the voice, the hook, the hit. Locked up, smack that, I wanna love you. Akon, Senegalese-American, Grammy-nominated, a global name. But today we have to ask, how did the man who sang about lockups end up handcuffed himself? On September 10th, 2025, police in Roswell, Georgia, found a white Tesla Cybertruck stranded on Holcomb Bridge Road. Inside, the driver Akon. But that wasn't the only problem. He was driving with no valid insurance and on a suspended driver's license. The suspension dating back to a failure to appear in court in January 2023. Because of that missed court date and the suspended license, a bench warrant was issued. And then, on November 7th, 2025, in a suburb of Atlanta, authorities traced his vehicle via a traffic camera to a tint shop parking lot. They confirmed the car was registered to him and took him into custody. He was booked into the DeKalb County Sheriff's Office jail, released later that day. No new criminal charges announced yet, but the warrant was active. So what does this tell us? First, even big names aren't immune from the law. Fame doesn't erase a suspended license or a missed court date. Second, the narrative versus the reality. Akon's breakthrough song Locked Up framed a certain image: the street, the struggle, the prison bars. But his criminal history has often been debated, the line between genuine past, myth-making, branding. For example, his Wikipedia entry notes that although he once claimed 3 years in prison, records show only a gun possession conviction and no time served of the length once claimed. Third, what this moment means. It's more than tabloid fodder. It raises questions about accountability, image, legacy. Akon built a global empire, music, philanthropy, business ventures in Africa. And yet here he is, stopped in his tracks by something as mundane as a suspended license. The incident in September, the Tesla stranded, no insurance, suspended license. That's a trigger moment. The authorities cite impound, citation, etc. The bench warrant, because when you miss court, you risk escalation. The system issues a warrant. It's a domino. The capture in November. Not dramatic car chase, but a traffic camera alert. The giant star walking outside a parked vehicle, the warrant in effect. The release after hours in jail, a marker of the law doing its work. What we don't know yet, and what keeps this story open. Will there be new charges? Will this affect his business ventures or the image he's built? Will his audience see the fall differently now? Here's the bigger lesson. We're all vulnerable. Fame or fortune doesn't exempt you from basic responsibilities: licensing, court dates, obeying laws. And for the fans watching, it's a reminder. The myth is one thing. The human behind it is another. Akon once asked us to believe he was locked up. He made the concept part of his brand. But now we see the other side. What happens when the man behind the brand faces his own warrant? It won't define his legacy alone, but it will be a footnote in the story of a man who once soared.